Baltimore comedian Reggie Carroll has been shot in Mississippi. He was 52. Reggie Carroll was fondly known as the knockout king of comedy, was reportedly shot last week. The alleged shooting incident took place
2 minutes ago? Yes, you heard that right. Just 2 minutes ago. The FBI blew the lid off Hollywood's dirty little secret. And baby, it's messier than a reality TV reunion. Brace yourselves. They've allegedly uncovered explosive evidence linking none other than Katt Williams to the jaw-dropping murder of Reggie Carroll. And nope, this isn't some clickbait fantasy. This is the real tea. It's piping hot and straight off the FBI stovetop. How did this grenade of a revelation suddenly explode in our faces? What does it spell for Katt's already roller coaster career? Is this the dramatic finale of his saga? Or are we just pulling back the curtain on the biggest Hollywood cover-up of the decade? Because trust me, the rabbit hole we're about to dive into is giving plot twist of the century. You're probably sitting there thinking, wait, how did the FBI dig this up and what else are they hiding? Oh honey, what they've got makes every Hollywood scandal you've ever heard look like child's play. So don't even blink. The truth is coming. In like a wrecking ball, and Hollywood, it won't survive this one unchanged. Buckle up, besties. It's about to get unhinged. Breaking news again, because why not twist the knife? The FBI has dropped yet another nuke. And this time, it's threatening to topple Tinseltown's most powerful players. Yep, they've reportedly connected Katt Williams to Reggie Carroll's murder and the receipts. Too wild to ignore sound insane. Oh, it's even worse. For the first time, Hollywood's nightmare fuel is being dragged into the daylight. And this shocking twist might just turn the whole machine upside down. So where did it all begin? Let's rewind. Enter Shannon. Yes, that's Shannon, the podcast host, who lives to stir chaos. And baby, he delivered. In open court, he dropped the video bombshell and pandemonium broke loose. Flashes everywhere. Reporters tripping over themselves, jurors looking like they saw a ghost. Why? Because the FBI had just hit a storage unit linked to Katt and what they found. Let's just say Hollywood's darkest thriller just turned into real life. And no, it's not just incriminating, it's straight up disturbing. The kind of footage that doesn't just point fingers, sets the whole house on fire. Okay? So let's talk about the footage. Grainy, yes, but crystal clear where it counts. Enough to send an earthquake through the courtroom. We see Katt Williams and Reggie Carroll locked in a heated private showdown. Tension off the charts. And then boom, moments after that intense exchange, Reggie ends up shot dead. The video, it cuts off right before we see who pulled the trigger, but the message, loud and chilling. Was this just a celebrity spat that went tragically sideways? Or are we watching the first glimpse of something way more sinister? Something possibly orchestrated by the exact same shadowy figures Katt's been ranting about for years. And now, folks, we're diving into the juicy center of this mess, the FBI raid. And let me tell you, they didn't just find stuff. They found this stuff. The kind of things the public isn't even ready to process without a helmet and a therapist. So before we start connecting the dots, let's ask, what haven't they told us yet? What skeletons are still lurking in the Beverly Hills basement? Because this feels less like a murder mystery and more like peeling back the first slimy layer of a Hollywood-wide conspiracy. One that could absolutely decimate careers, destroy reputations, and send the entire industry into meltdown mode. Here's what we do know. During the raid at Katt's mansion, the FBI seized multiple encrypted hard drives. And word on the digital street. These drives are loaded. We're talking files, messages, videos, allegedly the kind of content that can flip this case upside down and shake secrets out of the industry. Like a bad tree. But hold up, this isn't your average oops-I-left-privacy-on kind of footage. Nope. These videos supposedly expose the dark underbelly of Hollywood's elite, secret parties, powerful names, and scandals so explosive they've been buried deeper than Area 51. One insider whispered that what's on these drives could not only ruin lives, it could end them. And Reggie, he apparently knew, he was getting way too close to the truth. Word is, he was planning to go public, maybe even drop a whole expose on the skeletons Katt Williams had been screaming about for years. Makes you wonder, was Reggie silenced before he could blow the whistle on the industry's dirtiest secrets? Let's just pause and digest this, because Katt Williams, he's not your average comic doing punchlines for applause. He's been the conspiracy theorist-in-chief of Hollywood, dragging elite names through the mud without flinching. He's been calling out the corruption, the manipulation, the snakes, and he's been doing it loud now, with the FBI kicking in doors and dragging out encrypted receipts. It's starting to look like Katt wasn't just spouting paranoid rants. He was a walking threat to the system, to the silence, to the very machine that's ruled Hollywood for decades. And Reggie Carroll, he may have just been the first pawn sacrificed in this ugly, twisted game. This isn't just drama anymore. This is war. A secret war that's apparently been raging right under our noses. And we're just now waking up to it. But let's hit pause for a second and talk about the man at the center of it all, Reggie Carroll. Now, Reggie wasn't just some background dancer on Katt Williams' Heaven on Earth tour. Oh no, this guy was deeper in the game than anyone. Realized, some even say he held the key to blowing the whole thing wide open. In the weeks leading up to his untimely death, Reggie started acting. People close to him noticed he was pulling away from his regular crowd. Ghosting parties, whispering on late-night phone calls with mystery contacts. Who was he talking to? What kind of truth was he about to unleash? And then, just like that, he's dead. Now with the FBI digging deeper than TMZ on a bad day, it's becoming obvious. Reggie wasn't collateral damage. He was a liability. He knew too much, and the pieces he was putting together, dangerous. Think career-ending, empire-destroying, kind of dangerous. Some insiders believe Reggie's murder wasn't about personal beef. It was a silencing, strategic takedown to keep the darkest secrets of Hollywood buried. So now we ask, where does that leave Katt Williams? Is he just a puppet in this twisted puppet show? Another victim being yanked around by forces more powerful than him? Or, and this is the spicy bit, is he actually part of the puppet master crew? The evidence is stacking up, but the full picture? Still frustratingly out of reach. Was Katt involved in Reggie's death? Or is he just the latest fall guy in Hollywood's favorite game of blame and bury? One thing's for sure, his future's hanging on a thread. And with the FBI still knee-deep in this mess, every new leak feels like a ticking time bomb. But let's not act surprised. This is Hollywood. Covering up scandals is practically a sport. The real question now is, will the truth actually come out this time? Because after the FBI's nuclear drop, things are unraveling fast, faster than even the studios can spin it. And this isn't just about evidence anymore. It's about the ripple effect. Who's next? This powerful name is shaking in their overpriced boots right now. Because, let's be real, what the FBI just uncovered, that was just the trailer. The real movie. Oh honey, it's just getting started. Now, as the world tries to make sense of the chaos, the internet, it's already in full meltdown mode. Fans, trolls, skeptics, they're all lighting up social media like it's award season. Hashtags like #FreeKatt and #JusticeForReggie are trending, tearing the digital streets into two massive fandom war zones. On Team Katt, you've got the diehard believers screaming frame job. They say Katt is the victim of a high-level takedown, orchestrated by the same Hollywood elite he's been calling out for years. And honestly, it wouldn't be the first time Tinseltown turned on one of its own. But then there's the other camp. The ones who've seen the evidence and say it's time to stop pretending. To them, Katt isn't the hero. He's the villain in a much darker story than anyone ever imagined. So let's just ask the uncomfortable question no one wants to. Touch, what do we actually know right now? What's real, what's distraction, and who's playing who in this twisted game of Hollywood roulette? Because if you think this ends here, think again. So what's really happening behind Hollywood's velvet curtains? And what does all this chaos mean for Katt Williams, for Reggie Carroll, and for those champagne-sipping Hollywood elites who might be hiding way more than just a bad movie deal? Let's start with the ride-or-die cat stands and honey. They are livid.c. Katt Williams has been barking up the Hollywood tree for years, exposing shady execs, secret deals, and industry puppeteers pulling strings in the dark. From wild rants about artist manipulation to naming names on stage, Katt's become less of a comedian and more of a truth-telling tornado. And now, his fans say this FBI raid is no coincidence. It's a hit job. It's a full-blown takedown of the one man. Crazy enough to call out the Empire.social media. It's on fire. Tweets flying like bullets in a Tarantino flick. One fan roared, "Katt's been warning us about this for years. Now they're trying to shut him up. #FreeKatt another." This is all being controlled by the same people he's been exposing. Of course they want him gone before he spills it all. But while Katt's fan base is lighting candles and hashtags, the skeptics are sharpening their pitchforks. And they've got receipts. These critics, they're not buying the martyr narrative. Not for 1 second. They point to Katt's rap sheet, his unpredictable behavior, and years of legal run-ins, saying this time the evidence is just too real to ignore. So what exactly did the FBI find? Let's spill that digital tea. When agents raided Katt's mansion, they walked out with encrypted hard drives. And what's allegedly on them? Explosive. We're talking texts, videos, documents, all dripping with scandal. One insider described the files as catastrophic for Katt. Why? Because they reportedly contain conversations between him and some very powerful Hollywood bigwigs. And no, we're not talking let's make a movie kind of talk. These messages allegedly tie Katt to a much darker game, where money, power, and silence are the only currencies. Rumor has it Reggie was getting too close to secrets meant to stay buried. And certain high rollers had a lot to lose. One leak claims Katt may have been under pressure, forced into handling Reggie before things got messy. Even worse, some texts pulled from Katt's phone apparently give instructions to his own bodyguard to deal with Reggie once the danger of exposure hit DEFCON 1, so now. This isn't just a celebrity murder case. It's morphed into something way bigger. A tangled web of fame, fear, and full-blown conspiracy. Welcome to the Hollywood nightmare no one saw coming. Buckle up. Because the deeper we dig into the FBI's treasure trove of evidence, the scarier the Hollywood horror show gets. This ain't just about a murder. No. This is about raw power, secret alliances, and just how far the industry's puppet masters will go to keep their skeletons locked in gold-plated closets. Because Reggie Carroll, he wasn't just telling jokes on the Heaven on Earth tour, he was creeping too, close to the devil's playground. Whispers are flying that Reggie started putting two and two together. Katt Williams' wild behavior, shady money moves, and whispers of underground dealings that smell more rotten than a canceled sitcom. Yep, we're talking full-on money laundering hush-hush transactions. And activities that would make even a Netflix thriller blush. And then boom, Reggie ends up dead. But here's the million-dollar question. Did Katt Williams pull the trigger himself? Or is he just the latest scapegoat tossed into the fire to protect the Hollywood machine? With every shady file and leaked message spilling out into the media frenzy. The line between victim and villain is fuzzier than ever. Fans and haters alike are desperately trying to solve this real-life whodunit. One thing's for sure, the pressure on Katt is now nuclear. And with every new leak, the story only gets darker. So what is Katt really? It's just another pawn in someone else's sinister chess game. Or is he the secret mastermind playing 5D chess with the entire industry? Because baby, this isn't just courtroom drama anymore. It's a battle for the soul. Of Hollywood.legal pros are already warning. If Katt goes down, he's not going alone. This trial could torch the careers of more than just one man with a mic. We're talking scandals so massive they could detonate the entire A-list ecosystem. From top producers to billion-dollar execs, no one is sleeping easy. And get this, some legal insiders believe this could trigger mass resignations, federal probes into Hollywood money trails, and possibly the end of the star-making machine as we know it. Will Kat become the martyr who exposes it all, or just the fall guy who got too close to the fire? Meanwhile, fans are white-knuckling their phones waiting for the next bombshell, while Hollywood elites, they're sweating under their designer suits, praying the tapes don't come out because the heat is rising. The stakes have never been higher, and Cat Williams, he's either going down in flames or rising from the ashes as the face of a revolution. Hollywood's not just watching this story, it's spiraling. And when the next shoe drops, it might just kick the whole system to the curb. This isn't a murder trial anymore. It's war, and the battlefield is fame itself. All right, y'all, grab your popcorn and buckle in, because this isn't just a courtroom drama anymore. This is a full-blown war for control, a high-stakes showdown between truth and power. And with the future of Hollywood dangling by a very expensive thread, everyone's asking the same question. Will Cat Williams go down in flames? Or is he just another fall guy in a twisted game run by the industry's shadow kings? Let's start with a legal landmine that just exploded. The FBI's raid on Kat's mansion didn't just rattle some drawers, it detonated the courtroom. We're talking hard drives, documents, secret files, evidence that could take down more than just one man. Now, his legal team, oh, they're sweating bullets. They're screaming tampered evidence and a legal search, trying to spin this harder than a Hollywood PR agency in full meltdown mode. But here's the real tea, with big-name elites allegedly pulling strings behind the scenes. This trial isn't just about guilt or innocence anymore. It's about survival for the entire system. And with public opinion boiling over, you've got to ask, can a jury really stay neutral when the internet's already calling for heads? This thing has turned into a media circus on steroids. Every leak drags Kat's past deeper into the spotlight. And spoiler alert, it's not pretty. If he's convicted, it's lights out. We're talking serious prison time and the possible end of Cat Williams as we know him. But if he walks free, oh honey, we might just see him reborn as a legend. The face of resistance. The man who stood up to the Hollywood Hydra and survived, and trust his fans. They'll lose their minds in support. We're talking full-blown cult following, anti-Hollywood rallies. And Kat becoming the poster child for exposing the corrupt machinery of fame. That kind of redemption arc. You can't write that unless you're in Hollywood. But wait, we're not done, because this drama doesn't stop with Kat. If he's exonerated or if this conspiracy proves legit, it won't just rattle a few industry feathers, it'll tear through the entire damn nest. The FBI's breadcrumbs are leading to a network so deep, even A-list royalty might start shaking in their Louboutins. We're talking producers, directors, maybe even Oscar-winning actors, all potentially caught in the fallout. The raid opened. A Pandora's box, and what's inside? Centuries worth of secrets, cover-ups, and backroom deals that make mob movies look like bedtime stories. This isn't just about justice. This is about reputation, image, survival. Hollywood runs on illusion. And if that illusion cracks, the entire Tower of Fame and Fortune could collapse. Studios are already panicking. Platforms are watching with bated breath. And insiders are asking, who's next? And let's be real, the financial side is catastrophic. Kat is innocent or this conspiracy is real. The lawsuits, boycotts, and industry-wide fallout could cost billions. Streaming giants, film empires, all forced to face the reality they've buried for decades. One thing is crystal clear. This is no longer a murder case. This is a battle for the soul of entertainment. And as the truth claws its way to the surface, Hollywood isn't just watching. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get messier, boom. We've reached the part of the story where Hollywood might start writing checks just to shut people up. Katt Williams stays the central focus of this storm. Get ready for jaw-dropping payouts. We're talking millions poured into lawsuits, hush-hush settlements, and PR campaigns so slick they'd make your head spin. 'Cause, make no mistake, the suits behind the scenes, they're already in full-blown panic mode. Scrambling, too. Keep their empires from crumbling under this chaos. But don't get it twisted. This isn't just a Hollywood scandal anymore. This is about power, control, and what happens when someone pulls the curtain back too far. The more you unravel Katt's story, the more it starts to reek of something way bigger. Forget celebrity beef. We're inching into the territory of political corruption wrapped in red carpets and million-dollar contracts. Think about it. Was this murder investigation just the tip of the iceberg? Were Katt and Reggie Carroll getting dangerously close to secrets that weren't just about Hollywood? Insiders are whispering that this goes beyond actors and directors. The encrypted drive seized in that FBI raid, allegedly packed with dirt that could implicate high-level political figures who've been benefiting from Hollywood smoke and mirrors for years. Yep, we're talking dirty money, backdoor deals, and a network where celebs and politicians dance together in the dark, all to keep the public distracted. And Reggie, he may have gotten too close to spilling it all. That's the theory. He wasn't silenced for personal reasons. He was eliminated before he could blow the lid off something much, much bigger. So now, here's the million-dollar question. Was Katt Williams really just the loudmouth comedian calling out Hollywood? Or was he a ticking time bomb holding secrets that could topple an entire political machine? Because if Katt's story goes fully public, oh honey, we're not just talking about canceled movie deals. We're talking about government fallout, ruined legacies, and a media firestorm the world's never seen. The stakes, astronomical now. As the legal drama heats up, Katt's fate hangs by a thread. If he's convicted, it's game over. System will wipe him off the map, and he'll be left to rot while the puppet masters pretend nothing ever happened. But if he walks free, if he beats this case, he won't just be a survivor, he'll be the symbol of rebellion against the most powerful forces in entertainment and politics. From a Hollywood scandal to a full-on revolution, it's this story of a man who dared to challenge the system and lived to tell the tale. Think Dave Chappelle, the comedian who flipped the script and spoke truth to power. No filter. Well, Katt Williams has been in that same fight for years, but now it's way more personal. Here's the burning question. Will Hollywood ever bounce back from this? Or is this the opening act to the industry's slow, painful death? With every new piece of evidence dropping, we're all left biting our nails. Will the truth actually shake things up or just get buried like every other scandal before it? Buckle up, because whatever happens next, this story isn't going quietly into the night. Hollywood's darkest secrets are finally in the spotlight. Nobody knows how this show ends.